Hello and welcome to India Today NE. Today we have with us a very special guest, former CM of Tripura, Manik Sarkar, and to talk about the Congress Left Alliance and its prospects in the coming assembly elections on 16th of February. He will explain how the party may or may not perform. And various allegations against this alliance. Welcome to India Today, NE, sir.
There has been no alliance. You are wrong. Just seat adjustment. Alliance means there should be one common program, one platform. We have not done all these things. Understand my point? So because of that, actually, you are also under confusion and you are making other to be confused. That's why I am making this point very, very clear. Why left and Congress come closer to each other? That is the pertinent question. The Prime Minister also raised this point yesterday because he is frightened. So quite natural. You see what is going on in Tripura under BJP rule. Fascistic rule is on. Democracy is destroyed. Democratic rights snatched away. Civil liberties snatched away. Franchise, free, fearlessly, that has been snatched away. No election during last 5 years properly held took place in Tripura, right from 3-tier panchayat to parliament. Through rigging, their candidate who managed to win, this Prime Minister, talking lot of big thing, he has made that member of their parliament minister of the government of India. So from this you can well imagine what is the character of this government at the center. I am just mentioning.
So you very
I have not finished. So then on the other hand, one party dictatorial rule is going on. You are taking interview from me sitting in my office. Do you know this party office was attacked? Broad daylight, in front of police. Chief Minister residence from here, distance is 300 years. I think you went that resident when I was allowed to stay there. And Director General of Police Office, 200 years. They did nothing. Understand? I am not talking about others. Hundreds of, not for CPIM alone, non-BJP parties' activities were actually stopped, muzzled. One party rule, only BJP will work, no other political party is allowed to work. And at the same time, voting right snatched away. Votes converted to farce. I have already mentioned. And you see the secular fabric of our country is one of the most important basic principles of our constitution. That is under severe attack, particularly minorities. Mentally they are under pressure. They cannot exercise this religious right in proper manner, proper fashion. That is the problem. And our mothers and sisters, the crime against them is growing like anything. They are not getting proper response from the police to tackle this onslaught, to take measures against these miscreants. Rather, the steps which the police has been taking, I am not blaming all the police stations, some police stations, that is encouraging all these miscreants. Constitution of India in Tripura virtually does not work. This is the situation. In this situation, we from the Communist Party of India, Marxist, 6-7 months back, appealed to the parties and forces and individuals. If they think that they are really democratic, really they are in favor of secular fabric of our country, let us stand together, rouse the people, unite the people to get out from this onslaught. we found that Congress extended their positive response. Then 6 parties appeal gone to the people to please stand together, rouse together, and try to isolate this government ideologically, politically from the masses, alienate them. Then the course of election came. At that point of time, nobody did raise anything about election. Some people perhaps raised from our side, we told, nothing doing, it has no link with election. So when election has come, from the leadership of Congress, they have approached us, on the basis of which our leaders also gone, discussion took place, ultimately came to the conclusion that they will contest in 13 seats, left will contest in 47 seats, and out of these 47, one will be contested by one independent candidate. Other 46 seats will be contested by the 4 left front partners. Only point, focal point, main point, that is, oust this government, save Tripura from their hands, restore democracy, restore rule of law, restore your freedom of franchise, restore the atmosphere of the secured protection of minorities, our mothers and sisters, restore the Constitution of India so that it can work properly. That is the main thing. So, why people are complaining? Who are they? Are you complaining?
I am not a voter in Tripura, sir, but I'm tempted to ask you this question. You mentioned that it is not an alliance, it is a seat sharing agreement. Yesterday, former CM of Tripura, Biplab Deb, he said that you are very unhappy with this alliance, and that's the reason you are not contesting yourself in the elections. And he has even offered you to join his party, BJP.
So dare him. So, from this you can well imagine, they have been suffering from fear because of this unity has developed during this election between left and CPI. It is very, very clear to them that they are not going to come back. They are going to be defeated. Earlier, the tribal people have started deserting them. On the other hand, non-tribal, who helped them to actually garner this vote, a very sizable number also left them. Because of so many reasons, you must have by this time collected all these things. All the more, this understanding and unity. That's why they are afraid of. I am not talking about Biplab Deb, I know him. What's the point of making any comment about his saying? The Prime Minister said the same thing. I have answered all these things to the public throughout today.
So you are not unhappy, sir.
Why I should be unhappy? I am not contesting. I have been contesting since 1979. How old at that point of time Sujit Biplab Deb? I do not know. I have no idea about him. Unnecessarily, because of fear, to mislead people, divert the attention of the people, to save their own party, save their own back. They are saying all these things. I have been contesting since 1979. First time the party and the government at that point of time gave me the responsibility to discharge the role of chief whip, then 20 years chief minister, then opposition leader. Are you new? Our cadres, our workers, they are growing now. They are coming through struggle. We shall have to provide space to them. New group of leaders should be groomed so that they can take responsibility gradually, gradually. If we don't spare any space, then how they will come and get the chance to grow them? So keeping this in mind, I have decided this time that this time I should not contest. My Politburo inquired, they wanted to know my argument and reasons. Ultimately, they have accepted. They have accepted. Then it was discussed in our party secretariat, state committee. I have explained all these things. They have accepted it. So, Why they are suffering from headache? I do not understand. They must have some reason, na?
So it's a kind of deja vu feeling because the kind of allegations you were raising against BJP, the rule of terror and the violence that have been allegedly unleashed, the same kind of allegations BJP had leveled against your government for 20 years that was ruling Tripura. They last time they said all those things that the CPIM cadres, they attack people, they assault other party workers and all that, and now they're claiming that just to get rid of BJP, this is going to be an unholy alliance between Congress and CPIM because they were arch rivals. So how do you react to that?
What they have been saying about left front government is completely false, fabricated, concocted. I am saying including Prime Minister. Because Prime Minister perhaps indirectly advised them to start saying all these things. They also say that if they don't say all these things, they will not be in a position to mislead people. I don't like to narrate all these things. Only one point. Who tackled this extremist onslaught in Tripura? In the hands of extremists, we have lost 350 of our comrades, including one minister like Bimal Sinha. They do not know. Even by knowing all these things, they are counseling on these things. Political violence between different political parties. Can they say how many BJP RSS workers were beaten up during left-front government time? Can they say? Why they are saying all these things? Falsehood. They are doing all these things. That's why people are aggrieved against them. That's why people have raised this slogan, oust this government, save Tripura from their hands, and form a pro-people government. It's looting is going on, out and out corrupt. Why this gentleman who is saying all these things, why he has been ousted from the chair of Chief Minister after 4 years? What is his answer? He can't answer. He is saying all these things. Should I answer all these things?
So you have indirect.
This will be, I think, the giving more weightage. I don't like to give him that weightage.
So you are also indirectly indicating that Prime Minister Modi is behind some kind of personal attack on you also, especially as you have not contested. Is that, are you indicating that, sir?
I don't like to answer all these things. Without Prime Minister's, should I say that his advice, is there any of their state government can take a step forward? No. So that's why he's saying all these things.
So my last question, TMC leader Susmita Deb, she said that in an interview to India Today that she doesn't rule out a possibility of if there is a need, if the left and Congress alliance, they need numbers, TMC is not ruling out a possible cooperation with the left and Congress alliance. Do you think if there is a requirement, would you be willing to join hand with Mamata Banerjee's TMC?
How can you expect this? They have come to help BJP. Susmita, I cannot blame this lady. I cannot blame this. So actually TMC is here to indirectly help BJP. What they are doing in West Bengal, they are destroying democracy there. They are in deep of corruption. Galloring their number 2 leader, ministers of their cabinet, he is behind the bar now. Others are in the queue to save them. What their government is doing, what their chief is doing, who doesn't know? Throughout the country, it is very, very clear. So they have come here to help others. And let them take care of their people there in West Bengal first. And you see about who will come, who will go, how the government will be formed, we shall have to wait. Na? Let the election be over. People are allowed to exercise their franchise. It should be counted, results should be published. Then we may apply our mind, analyze the situation, then whatever needed, at that point in time, we shall take our decision.
So, sir, you are also not categorically saying no to it.
It is up to you. What you feel, what you understand, it is up to you. I have made my point very, very clear.
Thank you so much, Mr. Sarkar, for talking to India Today NE. It was pleasure having you with our platform.